Beware, coward.
Hello and welcome to Bits.
This week our modems are cranked up to full throttle
as we hook up, log on, and get spent on surfing the electronic superhighway.
On tonight's show, we'll be looking at the latest easy access fiendish games, cracking the whip in Slave Zero, and joining the sect in Asheron's Call. But first, here's Alex with some sinister roleplay.
If neurotics build castles in the sky and psychotics live in them, where then are the players of the largest online world?
Do they exist in another dimension? Are they in the nth plane? Let's take a closer peek at the latest of the Ultima series, The Renaissance, and see what kind of strange fantasies 100,000 people on the planet have talked themselves into. If you're a newcomer to this internet gaming experience, fret not, it's not the free-for-all killing spree that Quake 3ers would like us to think. They're just elitist bastards. There's more out there on the electronic superhighway than rocket launchers and Gatling guns. There's a peaceful place where you can make friends and influence people, all from your own home.
From whence he came, no one knows, but his strength and courage were without peer.
Ultima Online's been around for over 2 years now, and the people at Electronic Arts are eager to dispel the rumors that, unless you signed on the dotted line already, you'll never catch hold of the twisted plots and the potential one-night stands on offer in its universe.
Although it's contained within the existent world, there are some new features to attract even the most trepidatious. Online gaming means setting your own rules. Gone are the linear missions, away with the end of the plot. Renaissance is completely open-ended, allowing you, within a few minor constraints of character, to play as you will. Some may interpret this as selfish, but the keyword here is unique. The best new concept added to the old crusty one is an area deemed safe, where fresh meat can meet and greet new compatriots and will be tutored by the elders in the ways of the game.
For those people yearning to expand their concept of sociable beyond the physical stratosphere, Ultima Online Renaissance is the background, the name, and the kinder, gentler way of role-playing. It's available for your multiplayer consumption on the 5th of May. Lovely and green.
Big trucks make me think of the man in the white van. Elbow crooked out the window, fag firmly in mouth, left hand hovering somewhere between the gear shift and the horn, just in case he passes a bit of skirt. Thankfully, this next game isn't quite all that.
3, 2, 1, go!
Insane is a multiplayer all-terrain 4x4 racing game. Still rough and ready, I suppose. Specially designed for internet and LAN play, expect to get up to some high-octane jinx as you take the wheel of jeeps, trucks and even military mobiles. Off-road possibilities are vast and guaranteed to get your suspension bouncing, with varied terrains without boundaries and tracks. Expect full-on weather conditions and lots of potholes, boulders, trees and even the odd wildebeest. Insane promises lots of off-road and rally racing action to get you and your mate's engines revving.
A mythical giant of a game, Asheron's Call is the latest online RPG adventure from Microsoft. We're talking real-time parallel worlds where you and a bunch of wizards and goblins battle it out to rid a magical land from evil tyranny.
Now, I've always been slightly dubious of the secret handshakes type societies, but this game is easy to set up and welcomes you as a new member of Asheron with a big hug. I was intrigued from the onset. It's all rather culty, like joining a religious sect. Am I signing my life away, I thought? Have I sold my soul to Microsoft?
Asheron's Call is a fantasy role-playing game where you must choose to compete or cooperate with thousands of other real people, all with their own customised characters. There are thousands of secret swarming Asheronians. They could be all around you as we speak.
This game is different from, say, EverQuest or Ultima Online for many reasons. Firstly, you actually evolve the story forward in a persistent universe. All your decisions affect the overall story. This society is very politically correct by applying an allegiance system, which is basically a form of social equality and integration. Unlike other RPGs, which separates the experienced from so-called newbies, Asheron's Call actually rewards players for forming groups. The more newcomers you recruit, sharing with them your knowledge and items, the more influence and status your character achieves, thereby making it also novice-friendly and generally a lot more enjoyable to play. This game is also updated with new monsters, spells and equipment on an ongoing basis. The name of the game here is Choice and Size of epic proportions. This gaming world is mapped over literally 500 square miles, covering glaciers to dungeons. But the most impressive element is in the character creations. This process is integral to your success or not in the game. The customization of your character is executed in both your appearance and skills.
You even get to choose all your physical attributes. I know, it's obvious really, isn't it? I'll have the blonde hair, blue eyes, small nose, long legs, and, ooh, massive memories, please.
Becoming accustomed to the game is an immensely lengthy process, but once you're through, it's thoroughly rewarding. Down as are, it's not instantly accessible and involves a lot of careful thought and patience.
You may have joined a culty new club and acquired many friends of the virtual variety, but you may also find you've lost a few fleshy ones along the way.
Afraid to pick up your photos at the developers due to blurry recollections of salubrious activities at the soiree the night before?
Well, thanks to digital cameras, all that is a thing of the past.
With these little babies, you can take out the middleman.
Hook up to your PC and print out to your heart's content.
At number 3 comes the Sanyo VPC Z380E.
Point and click your way by framing up your shot through the 1.8-inch colour monitor and the back.
For those folks who like to feel connected with their technology, you can twiddle your bits by switching to the manual option.
The Sanyo will only set you back 280 squid.
At number 2 is the Casio QV2000UX/IR.
Whose spec is just that little bit better.
It's got more pixels per picture and takes them in landscape, nightscape, and portraitscape.
Its optical zoom is perfect for taking photos of naked celebrities a mile up the beach.
It comes with a memory card, so you can save some of those cheeky snaps to certain palm tops.
Of course, this kind of kit is going to cost you mucho moolah and will set you back around £450. And finally, at number 1 comes the Fujifilm MX2700.
It's got a 2-inch screen, 2.3 megapixels per picture, a variety of picture quality options, multi-frame playback, and a choice of special effects.
This can also be used with MP3s, so you can download a tune from the internet for those cheesy pop video moments.
All this comes in at a steep but worthy 500 quid.
So if you want to email pictures, design a homepage, or you're just walking around with £500 burning a hole in your pocket,
why not go for the MX2700 and get snapping?
Come back in part 2 for some slave action.
We don't have much time before communications are restored.
Beware, coward.
Have you seen the emailer, Sex Tetris, or the infuriating Dancing Baby as popularised by Ally McBeal?
Then you've been a victim of viral marketing.
I know it sounds like a disease that you can pick up at a car boot sale, but it's actually one of the most exciting and imaginative uses for the internet that has emerged to date. This is a double-edged sword, however, as by being privy to these fun applications, you're also taking part in a very clever marketing strategy. As innocent as it seems, you may be receiving subliminal endorsement from your friends. Ultimately, these things are sent to sell or make you aware of certain products. As long as you know this, surf away and take from it what you want. It's kind of like a pyramid with a trickle-down effect. Imagine this bottle of bubbly is the information and these glasses are the internet users.
At the top of the pile are the opinion formers, then the early adopters and star leaders, which eventually gets passed down to the rest of us in the mass market.
To coincide with the recent release of South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut, a little emailer was sent out to a select few in which you had to try and save Kenny. Like a bad case of the measles at school, the game was passed on until everyone is playing and talking about it.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny!
As the old saying goes, there is no such thing as bad publicity. And if you don't believe that, just look at Grand Theft Auto 2. One banned intro movie, a bombardment of weekly shockwave advertising before its release, a spoof website called Buckstar, all leading to massive sales. E-commerce is big business and viral marketing helps make it even bigger.
The future is looking bleak, according to Slave Zero. Man and machine will merge, born out of biomechanical embryos. The world will be dominated by corrupt conglomerates and run by an army of metal Mickeys. Wet your palate yet? Well, it should, but be warned. I ain't holding my breath.
The opening sequence welcomes you with obligatory bad-tasting techno music and a big pile of sci-fi babble.
Slave Zero prototype shows all systems nominal. Guardian Chad, you are a go for assault on Comrade. And careful, Guardian. That's some expensive tech you're operating. Not one scratch.
All you need to know is 500 years on, the world has, as usual, plummeted into darkness. The sovereign Khan has strengthened its hold over the Asian conglomerates and is threatening to wipe them out. Big slave war machines rule the school, and an underground brotherhood known as the Guardians have stolen one of these guys and lovingly called him Slave Zero.
You play Chan, a lone guardian who permanently merged with Slave Zero, is the planet's last hope to overthrow the evil Sovereign Khan, or die trying.
This single-player game is the latest to hit the popular action shooter genre, only this time you play a 60-foot Robocop. You clunk about in a beautifully rendered dystopian city which can only be described as a bastardized but still brilliantly executed Blade Runner-esque landscape with standard Tokyo neon flashing signs and ominous set pieces. Your missions spread over a total of 13, with 13 enemies and 13 pretty impressive weapons. I'm not feeling very lucky. Gameplay generally involves blasting up increasingly difficult robo-blokes. To start off, your mission is to destabilize the 3 core generators, which will then allow you to progress in the game. A sexy lady scientist is there to guide you through your missions and reports on what to do next, whilst a mystical voice kept telling me to take hold of Slave Zero with my mind and my soul. To say the future of the planet is up to you is akin to saying Titanic could never sink, as the objectives are not only linear, you're pretty much under command as to what to do next. They're having a laugh, mate. Being a slave is like zero fun. It means you don't use your noggin. However, the area where thought process is required is in the weaponry. Your pickups are divided into 3 categories: missile, energy and projectile, but you can only carry 1 of each at any given time. Thus, a strategic element is introduced, some weapons suiting situations better than others. The game really pulls it off in its use of unpretentious instant gratification. If you like pure shoot-'em-ups, you'll love stomping around the city as Metal Mickey.
Some may find that shoving plot into an otherwise unnecessary genre pointless, but I think different. The best action films always had elements of twists and turns, stealth and suspense. 2 words: Die Hard.
Regulator Squadron moving out.
The graphics are definitely eye candy, and the larger, blindingly white explosions are cool. But now that our eyes are spoilt for choice, novel graphics and design wear off after a while, and this is where variety of locations, objectives and interactions should come in. I realise this is supposed to be a future city, but where is everyone? I feel lonely with only the incessant sound of my clanking feet for company. However, the game is coming out on Dreamcast, where you can play multiplayer. Probably a more apt platform to play it on.
It does dish up a great balance between a PC shoot-'em-up with arcade instant gratification. But for those of you who aren't into submission, move on. Slave Zero is out for your PC now.
You're a hacker, making your money in thrills on thwarting Big Brother. You can access any new PC game, dive into the code, and play for free. Joe Punter is hideously jealous, but Joe Punter is about to get his own because he's logging on to a new concept that will make all of his fantasies become reality. It's called freeloader.com.
It's not just a wet dream, it's coming to an ISP near you on the 20th of May. And with their service, you can have whatever you want. Well, at least in theory. The ooch factors in all of this free software fandango are that A, you've got to spend hard-earned on phone bills whilst grabbing games level by level, B, you can't patch the games from erstwhile online gaming resources, and C, what's on offer isn't exactly a list.
The idea is simple. Log on, tune in, and take away. Taste it. We're extremely curious to see how all this pans out. Freeloader.com may just be worth a place on your favorites list, but we'll just have to wait and see. Eyes open.
Fiendish Entertainment is a new start-up company that are making games and putting them online for a relatively small price.
Now, I have to say that I was a bit dubious about the whole thing. You can already find games aplenty on the net. Classic arcade fare, emulators for the latest disc-led consoles, and basic fun stuff that runs off Flash plugins. Alternatively, if you want the real thing, you only have to look. Clicks and Mortar companies will take your order and deliver to your door within a couple of days. And there are new sites that offer level-by-level downloads of bestsellers for free. Because of lengthy download times, Fiendish are creating their own quality mini-games. Mini is the word, as at under 15 megabytes per game, this is more a quick cuppa than the 3-course meal with coffee that I was expecting. And I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed with what I saw. OK, so these aren't going to win any awards against the big boys, but they're not bad. High quality, entertaining and extremely accessible. You won't find a long list of instructions, just the minimum to keep it pumping.
Fiendish Entertainment have obviously thought long and hard about their subject matter and their audience too. Bugger.
The games today include Hot Chicks and Gear Sticks, not an online version of Lula Virtual Babe's exploits as the title suggests, but actually a surprisingly well done racing game. The chicks in the title are next to naked in their spray-painted outfits though, perky nips compulsory. NFK, Natural Fawn Killers, is an entertaining hunt 'em up that preys mercilessly on innocent little Bambis.
Yeah, there, Billy boy, I blew his goddamn head off.
Buy this one and you also get free NFK Santa's Gone Postal. This time you have to eliminate all Santa's little helpers. Apparently the profanity level was a little overzealous on this title, so there's a patch chucked in to beep it. Who cares that they're breeding bloodthirsty little buggers? Other games include Puzzler, Tower of the Ancients and a 3D jet boat blaster. If you're not convinced, there's a try before you buy option, so they obviously have faith in their games. At around a tenner a game, it's not bad, but I still think that only the very dedicated will have the patience. With free call access on the horizon, it means traffic will be jammed, and you're liable to lose your connection half a dozen times.
The advent of broadband should turn the whole game around. Then you really will be able to sit on your couch and play the games. You'll never need to leave your house again.
If you still feel deprived of games information, then soon, oh so soon, you'll be able to check out our website.
If you love more than just your PC games, then console yourself with this week's console highlights.
It always seems that the rest of the world has played through the first 12 sequels of a game before this little island is a go, so it comes as no surprise that the US and Japan are slavering over Evolution 2 when we aren't due the first one until June. The gameplay is simplistic, if not repetitive, and it's a far cry from the PlayStation's recent success with Grandia. There's about 16 hours of playtime, and the levels are randomly generated, giving you the feeling that the world of Evolution goes on and 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 on. It's time to travel back to an unsanitary Victorian London and give Jack the Ripper a run for his money in Nightmare Creatures 2. This horror action adventure follows the basic plot of the original, but with more action and lots of technical tweaks and improvements.
Round 1.
The Street Fighter series has never moved away from its 2D format, and for all EX2's flashy faux 3D, it still is as flat as a pancake. However, they are classics, and for those of you who still have a Sega Mega Drive gathering dust somewhere, this will open your eyes to a whole new world. Street Fighter EX2 is out for your PlayStation next month. And get a load of this beat-em-up-inspired pop promo from French dance artiste Mireille. While the game's creators strive to imitate live action is taking its cue from video games. Power-ups have never been so sexy. Williams sisters move over. Yoshimitsu, watch out. These babes are stacking and packing. It's a booby trap, all right.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with C. It's competition time.
And this week we've got 2 much sought-after tickets for the London Eye.
If you want to see the capital from the heavens, then answer this question.
If you could see your alter ego, what would he or she be like?
Email us your answers at this address.
And finally, if finger bashing is still your thing, then catch Bits on T4 this Sunday.
Beware, coward.